You are tuned into Breathe and Bounce.
So let's go, 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 go. Little hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Today is a great day to begin again.
I used to be on lithium and Seroquel and Abilify.
I was on Xanax and Effects Bar, but I agree I wasn't as sharp, so I stopped.
You ever take Klonopin?
Sorry, boss, but there's only two men I trust. One of them's me, the other's not you.
Trust the process. Trust yourself. You're tuned in to Breathe and Bounce.
It's the greatest moment of your life, man, and you're off somewhere miserable. I am not.
You are tuned into Breathe and Bounce.
Gonna take Cracker Jack's timing, Wang.
What up, you frickin' stoners? I just got out of the hospital because I've got fucking kidney stones again. I have a stone that's about 3 millimeters, so it should go through the pee hole. It's gonna hurt like hell, but it should go out. And that's all we can ask for in this life, is to have our kidney stones exit as quickly and as painlessly as possible. Actually, we can ask for a lot more in life, but at this particular moment, that is what I am looking for. Welcome to Breathe and Bounce. My name is Michael, and I am here to talk to you about shit. So, you know, we all walk through this life, I would say, worrying more about other people than we do about ourselves, right? Maybe not. Maybe not all of us, but a good majority of people. And it just seems like that number keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day, where people can't just keep their own nose on their own face. I am just... Social media and the media is going to be the death of humanity. Okay, just straight up. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And until we stop paying attention to the two, we ain't getting out of this bitch. Okay? Everyone has an opinion on social media about every little fucking thing. Someone could say Campbell's soup, and the next thing you know, someone's going to go on a whole fucking rant about how Progresso is better than Campbell's. Everyone's got shit to say about everything. And sometimes when people die, we want to make justifications for people to die. Now, I just feel like social media has desensitized us from death on camera. I mean, you could sit here and you can argue that maybe movies in Hollywood and then all that bullshit did. But no, it's social media, because I have seen more murdering videos on TikTok and Instagram than I've ever seen in my life in like the last year and a half or so. I don't know how this happened. I don't know why we keep going down this hole of destruction every day. And I think it's because we are given platforms to argue, and the media gives us the bait. We're like the fish in the water, and we all come out with hooks in our mouth, ready for the blood that comes from our cheek or wherever the hook is to spew all over everyone else's life. You think you're not doing it, maybe you're not, and that's good. I shut down my social media. My personal social media is gone. I will not go on it anymore. I do not want to talk about political discourse with people. I don't want to talk about sports with people. I don't want to talk about anything that is going to lead to a debate, because people say they like to debate, but they really don't. There's no win in a debate on social media. The thing that's so cool about social media is you could be a complete fucking asshole to someone's face and you don't have to worry about your lip getting busted. But maybe that person comes and finds you and says, "Hey, motherfucker, what's up? What do you want to say now?" And it doesn't matter, because everyone thinks they're right anyway. Everyone, they say, well, that's your opinion. I respect it. But do you really? Because then you start shaming them with your friends. You start shaming them on other pages. Because that's what we do. We shame people that don't agree with us. We shame people who have a different opinion of us, right? And once again, I say maybe not all of us, but I'm talking about the majority. I think we put ourselves into too much bullshit that has no concern with us whatsoever. And I can speak about this socially. I could speak about this politically. I could speak about this economically. I can speak to this in so many different ways. This show would be 5 fucking hours if I did. But so we're just going to stick to a couple basics here. Okay? The first thing, very simply put, if it does not concern you, then why the fuck do you care? I'm saying this about a whole bunch of things. I'm saying this about people when you go to the food store and you see them paying with WIC and then you follow them outside, you see they're driving a Mercedes, who the fuck cares? When you see a whole bunch of people at church and they all seem to be having a good time, they're all laughing, smiling, and if that's not hurting you, then what the fuck do you care? If you see people on the side of the road because they're homeless and you want to judge them? Why? Why do you want to judge someone that's sitting on the street? Why? Because you think that they're milking, they're trying to rip people off? If you see people trying to pass out literature about religion, what do you think? They're trying to brainwash you into the cult? We always tend to go to the most negative extreme, which is why, simple solution, stay the fuck out of it. Mind your own business. Because at the end of the day, your business is probably a lot more important than worrying about what everyone else is doing. Because here's the thing. We all have bills. We all have problems. We all have injuries. We all have anxiety. We all have all this shit. But yet we spend our time focusing on everything else. On gossiping. On, listening to stories, having opinions, doom scrolling, going on Facebook and just, trying to antagonize people. That's what we do. And there's so many people are going to listen to this and say, I don't do that. Don't sit there and tell me that you don't, because if you didn't, you wouldn't give a shit what I was saying. You'd say, oh, well, that's his opinion, which is fine. I see it a lot. That's part of the reason why I got out of social. And I see it happening on a political standpoint. Everyone has to choose a side. Everyone has to, go. I mean, look at the Super Bowl. What? We're really going to have a concert with Kid Rock because Bad Bunny is fucking performing and he's going to sing some songs in Spanish? Do you know what that looks like? Just saying. It looks fucking racist. All right? If you don't think it does, and if you're behind this, then you know what? God bless you. But to me, it looks like a whole bunch of people don't like the fact that someone who is American, who's from Puerto Rico, which is part of America, is performing. Now, here's the thing I would say to anyone that, thinks like I do. If Kid Rock and all his friends want to go have a concert across the street, let them. Who cares? I hope they have a good time. That's great. Just know that you're not going to get the TV coverage that Bad Bunny's going to get because he's in the Super Bowl. And don't forget, the Super Bowl is really the NFL is trying to expand their audience. I know you believe that football belongs to you, and I think that's a lot of the problem. Another problem I didn't speak about when I opened up was entitlement. There is so much fucking entitlement in this world, it's not even funny. Everyone thinks that everything should be theirs. Oh my God, this is what it is. I pay your taxes, so I should get this and I should get that. I don't think you should be funding this. I don't think you should be funding that. I mean, at the end of the day, do you really think anyone's funding anything? There are so many people that would look at someone like me and say that I'm idealistic and I believe in a utopia and I just want to live a decent, easy life. And I feel like so many people make it hard. And part of the reason why they make it hard is because people cannot keep their own nose on their face. People are just shooting their mouth off about everything that they feel. And people might be having a conversation 2 tables over from you, and you may not like it, so then you're going to let yourself get upset about it and start feeling all funny about it? Dude, who gives a shit? Just mind your own business. Jesus Christ.
Yo, can I have a taste of your ice cream? Can I lick the crumbs for your... Can I interfere in your crisis?
Can I have a taste of your ice cream? Can I lick the crumbs from your table? Can I interfere in your crisis? No, mind your own business. Why don't you mind your own business? Can I have a taste of your ice cream? Can I lick the crumbs from your table? Can I interfere in your crisis? No, mind your own business. No, mind your own business. Can you hear the people behind me? Looking at your feelings inside me. Listen to the distance between us. Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business? Can I have a taste of your ice cream? Can I lick the crumbs from your table? Can I interfere in your crisis? No, mind your own business. No, mind your own business. Can you hear the people behind me? Looking at your feelings inside me. Listen to the distance between us. Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business?
I'm hopeless. Take this easy. Mind your business, boy.
Can we do it? Can we mind our own business? I don't know if we can. I think we have been like raised to put our nose in everyone's business, probably by other people that we were raised by, parents, guardians, whatever. I don't know. I think it's not easy for us to change everything overnight. I think this social media has people grasped by the frickin' balls or the ovaries or whatever. I think social media has made so much money. I mean, you look at some of these people, you look at Mark Zuckerberg, you look at Elon Musk. God knows how much money he's made with this whole Twitter thing. It's insane how much these people have made money because they knew the one thing. They knew the secret, the thing that people do not have. which led us to this trap, which is connection. People do not have connections with each other, or there are not really solid connections. There are acquaintances, you might have your good friends, you might have your family, but beyond all of that, you are by yourself. You are all alone. You have no one to be with by yourself. Because here's the thing. Eventually, your kids pick up and they leave. Eventually, your significant other is going to die on your ass, and you're going to be sitting there. So, what better way than to make some money and make people stupid by creating a computer program where everyone can connect? And you know what's so cool about the whole social media thing? It's about, you get to, now, here's the thing about me. Okay, I've been through this journey for like the last God knows how long, trying to figure out who the fuck I am. And I think I almost had it a while ago, but I was angry. So I didn't have the real version. And I think through all the yoga and meditation I did over the last 3 years, I think I finally found it. And then I think when I stepped away from so many people, I just kept meditating. I kept working. I kept studying. And I'm at my best when I'm trying to achieve something. I'm at my best when I'm trying to just move forward. And I'm also at my best when I just say whatever's on my mind and I don't give a shit about how overwhelming I am to people, because I've really kept myself quiet for the last 2 years. You know, I sat in my little yoga community. I sat there in my little commune being quiet, just letting everything go. Just, yay. Namaste. Yay. And honestly, there were so many things that I saw that bugged me, I couldn't even begin to tell you. And that's another episode for another time. We're not going to talk about that today. What we are going to talk about is the lack of real communication, the lack of real connection, and we're going to talk about those things as the weeks come up. But today we'll just focus in on, why do we find this need to get into everyone's shit? Why is it when people have a breakup, that's exciting to people? Oh, did you hear so-and-so got divorced? Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I wonder what happened. Oh, he must have been cheating on her. Or she must have thought his dick wasn't big enough. Oh, she thought that he didn't bring home enough money. Oh, he probably thought that she was just working too much. He probably thought she was overwhelmed. I mean, why is any of this anyone's business? And the thing is, it's been going on forever, even before social media. We had the library. Everyone would get together at the library and gossip, right? Everyone would get together at the shopping mall. If you just ran in, if Anne ran in the Jane, then it's on. They are going to be talking shit about everyone in the town. And the town I live in is kind of a smaller town. It's really been developing over the years. But yeah, you still feel that. You still got that vibe, that small town vibe, right? And, I've always just tried to stay in my own lane with everything and just do what I'm supposed to do. And I think in some ways you have to do that. In a professional atmosphere, you really have to stay in your own lane. But once you let people out of the cage, holy shit, does the stuff come flying. Wow. You see whole new people. I guess it's kind of like that whole that whole stereotype about, kids in Catholic school. The minute they get out of school, they burn down things. They're smoking weed. They're having sex. And they're doing this all at a young age. I mean, I think it's stereotypical, but you never know. People say that. I am trying to get to a point in my life where I don't believe everything that people say. I try not to listen to people about other people. I try to make my own conclusions when I meet people. And there's been a few times where I'm happy that I didn't listen to other people, and I just tried to make people feel welcome and do whatever I could. And there are times when I don't. There are times where I see, and the thing is this. I personally am really starting to hide out away from people because I don't know how much I really like people. I mean, I appreciate people. I appreciate when there's things said that are kind and when people are kind to each other, but there's so much snarky shit that goes on. I don't know. That's just me. It could be different with other people. It could be, you know. I think ultimately what it comes down to, why social media's got everyone by their cojones, is boredom. I think everyone is bored, and the minute you're bored, all you have to do is pick up your phone and start scrolling away, and you're gonna be, you know, you're gonna take care of yourself for a while, and the next thing you know, sometimes you might look at the clock and 3 hours has gone by, and you've been sitting on Instagram learning how to make that fucking chocolate peanut butter cup that's vegan with the Greek yogurt. I can tell. I'm telling you this by experience, by the way. This is what's happened to me. I will find so many fucking recipes on Instagram. It will keep me busy for a year. So now I'm trying to stay away from that shit because I'm trying to focus more on how I'm going to ground myself and how I'm going to get myself better. But a lot of that happens because I get bored. I think people get bored very easily. I think people don't know what to do with their time. So I guess there's one step to ridden this epidemic of SM bondage, social media bondage. We'll call it SMB. You know, people like S&M, we're going to call it SNMB. And you guys will know what I'm talking about, I hope. Get rid of the frickin' boredom. Right?
I'm bored. Life it's not so fair. Nothing here and nothing there. We constantly. It's not the way life's meant to be. I'm bored.
Yeah! It's fucking boring! God, life can be so boring sometimes, right? That's what I'm talking about. So, you know, you just got to find ways to keep yourself busier that are more productive. Maybe you go to the gym and you work out. Maybe you go practice yoga. Maybe you go for a run. Maybe you play some games. You know, I have to get my chess set back. I got one of those 1980s chess sets. It's called the Chess Challenger, where like the computer tells you where to move and then you have to move. And I think it's malfunctioned, but I still like playing it because I do like chess. I took playing guitar. I'm going to write music soon. As soon as I get my guitar skills down, I know how to play keyboard already. I know my major chords. I can probably write some good songs. So I'm going to write songs. They will come to this show in about 6 months, maybe sooner. As soon as I, figure out whatever it is I need to do to write a good song. Maybe learn a little bit more musical theory. Maybe just, do things right. I think we just have to find things to do. I think we have to just keep ourselves busy in other ways that don't involve work. Because work sucks, okay? I mean, if it's something you love doing, then it's not work. It's fun. You're just getting paid for it. But if it's something you don't love doing, it's work. If it's something you're good at and you find some pleasure in it, but it's like, I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing this, then it's work. And, no one likes to work. I mean, let me rephrase that. No one likes to work unless it's something that's going to benefit themselves. And working for a paycheck for the man for 40 hours a week, not the best. And there are a lot of people out there who make a ton of money being like executives, being finance people, real estate agents usually do really well, the real good ones. Car salesmen, people in sales, they all like what they're doing, and that's great. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're not taking a product that you built. You're taking someone else's product and selling it to someone else. And if that's what you like, more power to you. You see, here's the thing. I don't judge anyone for anything. I really don't. I do observe a lot. I just see a lot of things happen, and I just kind of roll my eyes. And part of the rolling my eyes isn't really judgmental. It's just I don't understand why people feel the way they feel. I feel like, for instance, when it comes to culture, not everyone, will come out and say shit about culture to their buddies. They won't say it to the people. Sometimes they'll say it to the people. But I think that's like one of the problems we have is we are scared of anything that is different, right? And we are scared of anything that can, it's like, I don't know. We have this thing like that. I'm going to start with Hispanic culture. There are people out there that believe that that Spanish is going to become the new language of the United States of America, and we, the whites, are going to become the minority. And you know what? Okay. Well, if that happens, then it happens. What are we going to do, First of all, I would say, instead of being scared of it, instead of, prophesizing over shit that hasn't even begun to happen, and people will say, oh, you need to open your eyes. That's my favorite when people say, open your eyes, check the facts, do your research. Do your research. I don't have to do any research. I look at what's going on in the world, I don't have to do my research and find some guy that's in a basement writing conspiracy theories about how Mexico is sending all their people over here to take over the white people. I don't have to do that shit because if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. What are you going to do if it happens? So the best thing you can do is not worry about that shit, right? You just be cool with people. Don't worry about who they are, because I'm going to tell you something. If you are Hispanic in this country right now, it ain't easy for you, man. It is not easy for you. And I think we have to understand that, and we have to have compassion about that. And people will say, well, they're illegals. Get the illegals out of here. You know how many illegal white people are here, too? Because I don't really hear people crying for all the Europeans that get sent back. And maybe they are. I don't know. I think the problem that we have is we believe something is ours. And it goes back to that entitlement. Okay? You really want to break it down. This country was not ours many, many eons ago. Okay? And of course, someone's going to say, oh, he's a liberal. He's a lefty lunatic. But no, I mean, I want you to just really sit and think about it. Did we, as white people, put a lot of shit into this country and build it up? Yeah, we did. And the whole credo of America was, everyone should come. And as far as I'm concerned, I just think you have to be accepting of people unless they fuck you up. And if it is one person that fucks you up, then you know what? It is one person that fucks you up. It is not an entire fucking culture. I don't like using the word race because when I think of race, I think of the human race. And if we are going to be a race, then we are all one and the same. Okay? But then one person screws everything up. So now we have to just put everyone put everyone in that basket. I see everyone do it. I see people do it to white people. I see people do it to black people. I see, people do it to Asians. I see people do it to people that are from the Middle East. I see it everywhere. There are people saying, and there's stereotypes out there, and people like to laugh at the stereotypes. And I think, when you make light of the stereotypes and you make joke and everyone's sitting around together in a bar joking about, that's one thing. But I think when you live and die by those stereotypes, then you got a freaking problem. And you got to start looking at where you're at in life. Because here's the thing. Once again, it is all about you. It is about your life. It is about what you are doing. What are you contributing to your own life? What are you bringing into your life? Are you bringing love into your life? Are you finding people out there and just, being friendly and bringing that good energy into your life? Or are you scared all the time? Are you fucking frightened about shit all the time? So then you start worrying. Then you start banging your fist on the desk and you start saying, we need change. And it's like, why do we need change? What exactly is bugging you right now? Are prices high in groceries right now? Yeah. But this is, the problem. The problem is that everyone says that it's okay to make a buck. So when do you draw the line on that? You see, we have to just not be so general about things so much. We have to just look at everything as it is. You have to see what it is. And you don't have to try to correct everything. The only thing you want to correct is yourself. You want to correct on how you look at a situation. You want to correct on how you feel about a situation. If you feel dirty about how you are feeling, then you should do something about that. If you don't, and if it tends to break the rules of society, well, then you need to decide if it's more important for you to be part of a society or if it's more important for you to just jerk off to the sound of your own voice and your own judgments. For me, I am 100% in support of people being proud of their culture, being proud of what they've come through, proud of women for all the battles that they have fought over the years. Proud of people that just fight. Because sometimes you have to fight over things. But you know what? When you are in a state when everything is working out for you, you don't have to fight. There are a lot of things out there that need help. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I sat in that hospital that I was in earlier today. I was in that hospital for a lot of hours. I was there. I got there at 7. I didn't get out of there until about 12:30. I don't think that's right. All I had was a freaking kidney stone. And there's just too many people getting sick, too. And I think those are battles that everyone can agree on is what they're putting into food. I think people can agree on the fact that the insurance industry in America is fucking crazy. We need to find where we all agree. Because that's what's going to make everyone stronger. So we should just make social media pages saying, we got to find what we agree on. And I think the problem is there's always contrarians in the world, and there's always people that want to be, that guy. And you know what? Sometimes it's okay to be that guy. Sometimes it's okay just to have a laugh and whatever. But, you really, really, really just got to start thinking about what you're contributing, not only to the world, but to yourself, because you're filling your own tank. You have to be proud of things that you do that are wonderful. You have to be proud of the things you do that make you who you are, and the things that are likable. And you have to be, you don't have to be proud of the things that are unlikable, but you have to learn to live with them, that they are part of you. And then you have to learn how you're going to try to improve upon those things, So you just have to learn how to strut, right? Yeah, we're going to strut. So that's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on strutting our shit and strutting ourselves, because at the end of the day, that's what we got. It's like, if you do not blow your own horn, no one else is going to do it for you. And by the way, most of my shows are big messes of like ADHD vomiting, but I'm sure you get something out of them. So just take what you can, leave the rest behind, just like the salad bar, as A. Chun said, right? And you know, the problem with our society nowadays is they tell you that you should be yourself. They tell you to talk about your mental health. They tell you to do this, that, and this. And, you know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You know, don't be afraid you're not going to get bullied. Don't be afraid no one's going to say shit to you. No one is going to do anything. But unfortunately, that is not the case, because when we do try to live our authentic selves, then people run away. People start questioning. People say, oh my God, you're acting kind of crazy, especially when you put boundaries up and you make a decision that you're not going to be there to shovel everyone's shit every day. So, you know, we all find ourselves trying to be this good soldier in life, this soldier that just goes through things, but kind of, you know, we see that there's a problem and we want to believe that people are good, but then the more we dig in, then we know that they're not. And this is probably going to lead into next week's episode, because I talk a little bit about hypocrisy next week, which is my favorite turnoff of all time. And, you know, I think the time has come where we need to just really either decide whether we're going to accept people or if we're just going to be bigoted, closed-minded fuckheads. I think people need to make that decision so we know where we stand with people. We shouldn't be afraid to be ourselves. We shouldn't be afraid to say what we want to say. And I mean, if you are someone that has a lot of controversial thoughts, you know, if you believe some of the stuff I talked about in this show, well, you know, I guess at least you keep your mouth, at least you're being real. But that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's got to go flocking to you, because people can make their own decisions, you know, because there's a difference between just being yourself and just trying to get under people's skin, or you're being yourself, and if you just are an asshole, then, like I said, you got to look in the mirror and make that decision if that's this route you want to take in this life. But if you are someone that just wants to be happy, because that's the thing I've learned about myself. I know that I'm obnoxious. I know that I'm extra. I know that I can get on people's nerves. I know that I can be overwhelming. And you know what? That is who I am. And I have accepted it. And if people don't accept that about me, then they are not my motherfucking people. So, I refuse to be the good soldier. I refuse to be the good boy. I refuse to just walk the line. I will walk the line when it comes to business. I will walk the line when it comes to, you know, getting the job done. If I am providing services to clients, I will walk that line. I am not going to be that person with those clients. I mean, yes, I'll probably make them laugh because I am a funny guy for the most part, but I am not going to say controversial things. I am not going to tell them what I'm really thinking. I'm just going to, you know, play it safe at that point. But that is the only time in my life I will play it safe. Because I know that I am married to someone who accepts me for who I am. You know, she keeps getting on my ass about, you know, a few things here and there, but she knows that some of these things I'm not going to change. Some of these things I'm working towards. And she is willing to accept me for who I am as I am willing to accept her for who she is. And that is something that we have never had in our relationship. And that is why we may be at the healthiest point right now, because we are both willing to look at each other and say, I love you anyway. And that's what people need to do. You need to look at people and decide whether you love them or not, whether you are willing to accept them. And if you are not going to accept them, then you need to let them go. You can't play the game. Being the good soldier in life doesn't mean you're being a good soldier. It means you're an ostrich with your head in the sand, not being willing to accept what you see, what's right in front of you. Stop trying to believe and start noticing and start observing and taking it in.
Well, I know what you mean, but that ain't how
So when you think about, just going along with the flow, you're walking through when you go through the flow. So I guess the point of playing this was when you're just a good soldier and you just go along with the flow, then, good soldiers, sometimes when they're walking through the minefields of war, so I guess... Well, I guess the point of playing this song is this. Good soldiers, they just are doing their thing. They are going through the yards of war. I don't know if that's a thing. Yards. Fields of war. Fields. We use fields, not yards. It must be Super Bowl, Anyway, they go through the fields of war, and good soldiers sometimes hit minefields. And they attract landmines, right? And they don't mean to do it, but it just happens. Just like us being good soldiers, we walk on these floors with eggs all over them, and we don't want to crack the eggshells and hurt someone's feelings. And no, we're not in the business of hurting people's feelings, but we're not in the business of just being a robot, someone that doesn't have feelings, someone that isn't human, because humans make mistakes. Humans say shit to people sometimes that's fucked up. It just is a nature of the beast. And all you can do is say you're sorry and try to move forward. The person you apologize to, hopefully they accept your apology. If they do, great. If they don't, well then what the fuck are you going to do? All you know is this much, that it's your life. At the end of the day, it is your life, and you have to do what's best for you, and you have to do what makes you feel happy and what makes you be able to get yourself out of bed in the morning. And I mean, if you have to be an asshole to people, and that's what your life choice is, well, then that's your life choice. And maybe you'll hit enough walls to decide that maybe that's not the best course of action. But maybe you should just try being kind. Maybe you should just try understanding that not everyone agrees with you. And I'm not just telling you, when I say walk on on eggshells, that doesn't mean saying things. You don't say things that are just outrightly stupid and cruel. And you can say, oh, well, you say you want to be yourself. That's not about being yourself. That's being a dickhead. So just don't be a dickhead, I guess, right? I guess that's what we're trying to say here. But just remember, it's your life. And you have to live it the best you can. Don't worry about hurting people's feelings all the time. Just worry about elevating your life.
One half won't do.
So, it's just important to remember to be yourself and just do the best you can in your life. Try not to hurt anyone. Try just to mind your own business. Don't criticize everything that you see in the world, because there's half of the time there's nothing you can do about it. Just try to be respectful of others and just show love whenever you can. That's it. That's the name of the game. Thank you for listening to me ramble on and say a bunch of shit. May your breath take you places that your mind cannot. Have yourself a wonderful day. NMF.